Hi, good morning and welcome to week 88 of Living with Alzheimer's. Now, last week, I just watched last week's video and I said that I was going to talk to you about something that was quite important to me and I think would touch a few hearts and also be important to a few others. And as the week progressed, I did make a note, but it didn't really mean anything to me, and I thought, oh dear, how is this going to work? I'm not really sure what it was, and I've now said to everybody that, you know, this is going to be something that I'm going to talk about. And I had this thought of what I was going to do, but it had gone. Anyway, it came back to me, and it came back to me through a feeling, something that prompted a memory. So this week I want to talk a little bit about remembering with feelings. And I might have covered this a little bit before, but I don't think I've covered this. Well, I know I haven't covered this particular thing, but I'm sure I haven't. My father was a great influence in my life, always has been. And I've always got on very well with him. He is now 92, and he's in a care home at the moment. He was diagnosed with Alzheimer's some years ago, and lived quite well for a good period of time with memory issues. And I think he has got the very same attitude to life as I have. But over the last 6-8 months, couple of years-ish, his Alzheimer's has progressed now, so that his memory is very poor, and there's certain elements of his things. And hey, he's 92, so let's make no mistake about it. He's had a great life, and you know, nobody lasts forever. When I was a little boy, probably about 7 or 8, we had to do some work alongside a railway line locally to where we live. It was a very, very hot summer. Now, this is something that I remember so vividly. I remember walking up the railway line with my father. It was such a hot day. It'd been hot for some weeks, and the lines were shimmering in the heat. As you looked up the railway line, it looked as though it was moving. And I was holding my father's hand, and we were walking up beside the railway line, which you couldn't do today for health and safety reasons. And I don't know if you know, but when a train comes, you can hear it in the lines before you can hear the train. And my father said to me, "Was a train coming?" He said, "Well, we'll stand back." But before the train came, he got a coin out of his pocket and put it on the track. And we stood back, and the train came past. Bear in mind, I was only little, he was holding my hand, and the train clack, 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 came past. Now, it was quite an exciting time for me, and quite a scary time as well, but I was with my dad, so you know what, all was good. After the train had gone, we rummaged about in the shingle, in the stones around the track, and found the coin. And this is the very coin, a flattened 2-pence piece. Look at that. Now, I go and visit my father. I don't think sometimes he knows who I am anymore. He knows very little about what's going on around him now. And if you're with him for an hour and you go to the loo and you come back again, or you're just missing for 2 or 3 minutes and come back, it's as though you'd never been there. And, you know, you've only disappeared for a few minutes, but his memory is so bad that he doesn't know when you're not there, when you've been there, or when you should be there. When I went to see him the other day, he was quite poorly, really. And I took this coin with me, and I laid it in his hand. And I said, "There we are, Father." And he looked at it, and he said, "Oh, Blacksall Railway Line. Now, that was a hot day, wasn't it?" Now, I'm 54 and I was probably about 5, 6 And he knew exactly, and he hasn't seen this coin for years and years and years. And yet he remembered it. He remembered it with a feeling. And I remembered what happened also with a feeling. And I think it's important to remember that, that we don't remember with our memories anymore. Well, I don't, but I remember with a feeling. If I go and do a public talk at an event somewhere, I don't remember what I've said. I don't remember how long I was talking for. I don't remember who was there. But I do remember whether it went well or not well. And I do remember whether people laughed, cried, had a good time, and not so much had a good time, but were interested in what I was talking. So the details are gone, but the memory is there. But something that happened all them years ago with this coin is in a part of my memory that will, I don't think, ever be affected by this condition. And I can shut my eyes and I can see every detail of what happened now. And I keep this coin actually in a little thing beside on my bedside cabinet. And it really warmed my heart that Father remembered that within a split second. He remembered it was a hot day, and he remembered where we were. And he remembered that it was his son that was with him. Not me, because I'm all grown up now. But he remembered the little boy that was there. And I just thought that I'd share that with you today. Memories with feelings. Yeah, they're good, aren't they? Have a great weekend. Have a wonderful week. And yeah, I'll be here again next Friday. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.